Hey, welcome to Half the Battle.
It's time for another ranking, and we're well into the 90s as we rank every G.I. Joe figure from 1991.
What horrors and delights await us? Let's find out.
As usual, we'll be going alphabetically with the Joes and Cobras on their own list. First up is Big Ben, the only British guy on the Joe team, and he looks good. Though I'm not sure why they gave him an outfit that could double as Arctic gear. The UK isn't that cold, but it's still nice. That plus some good accessories put him into the good tier. And now, at long last, we come to the Eco Warriors.
I know some of you have been eagerly awaiting this, so let's get on with it.
Here is Clean Sweep. The long-lost twin of WWF announcer The Fink kicks things off, and yeah, that's an ugly outfit, isn't it?
What more do you want me to say, really?
Of course the figure goes into the ugly tier, and the only thing saving it from the worst tier is that with the headgear, it looks like a somewhat realistic hazmat suit. Next is Cloudburst, and man, that outfit! I'm not sure what they were going for, but I could see this guy as a background character in one of the Star Wars movies.
Though not the good ones.
I'm happy to put this guy into the weird tier. Dusty version 3 is in danger of being bland. I mean, where's the face camo gone? But he's saved from the bland tier by the addition of Sandstorm, his faithful, coyote. Which I don't think is an animal you can keep as a pet.
Let me look this up.
Yeah, no, doesn't seem like a good idea. Still, it elevates Dusty to the good tier. Falcon is the first difficult one. Not because he's a sonic fighter, yeah, that gimmick is back and has evolved into supersonic fighters with sound and lights, since I don't consider those backpacks when ranking the figures. Though if I did, I'd at least give Hasbro credit by making Falcons a sort of helipack to justify the size. No, he's difficult because he looks perfectly fine, but not nearly as good as version 1. Still, on its own, I'll allow it into the good tier.
Oh joy, we're back to Eco Warriors.
Meet Eco Warriors Neon Green Flint.
Roll the clip.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Yeah, Falcon, I could cut some slack, but having Flint go from this to this? That physically hurts. And the water squirt guns don't help. Worst tier. And 1991 seems to be the year for boldly and or badly reinventing character looks, as next we have General Hawk, who's now a spaceman, because of course he is. Why wouldn't he be? Okay, it is just a jetpack, but come on, that outfit screams space.
What, was he jealous of Sky Patrol or something?
I say he gets a well-deserved place in the weird tier. Speaking of badly reinventing, Grunt version 3 is ruined by two things. Those ugly pants, and the fact that his face is contorted into a permanent scream. Plus, he stole Hawk's helmet. Bad tier. Heavy Duty is a great figure, no doubt about that. And for once, I have to admit, this is a spring-loaded missile launcher done right. The figure is a hairswidth away from the best tier, but there's one thing that keeps it out.
Because I'm a petty, petty man.
It's the neon green color on the missiles. Too ugly. If they had been a more normal color, this figure would have been in the best tier, but now it's just very high up in the good one. Yet another character that got a serious makeover is Lowlight, and it's done very very well. The figure looks great and has some very nice accessories, so I'm pleased to tell you it goes into the best tier.
And we go from the dizzying heights to the terrifying lows.
With major altitude. That is one ugly figure. Plus, it's made up completely of older body molds. Normally, I'd put it in the bad tier, but I'm gonna be petty again and put it in the worst tier, because a character called Major Altitude isn't even a major, but a freaking warrant officer. Old character with a brand new look yet again as we take a look at Mercer version 2. And I really like the changes here. He looks older and more tempered. The best part is that he's an ex-Cobra Viper, and they beautifully integrated parts of the Viper's look into his outfit.
That's so clever.
And should have been done with version 1, really. I like it very much, but once again, there's one thing keeping it out of the best tier. The ugly neon orange accessories. Even so, I'll still give him first place in the good tier. Now, even though Ozone is an eco-warrior, I don't hate the figure. It certainly has a unique look, and not in a bad way. Still, given how he looks, I can't just put him into the good tier, since he belongs in the good but weird one.
And speaking of weird,
Supersonic Fighter Psych Out. Psych Out, can you ever just be normal?
no, of course not.
Why do that when you can be ridiculous of Borg here? Since he is a supersonic fighter, he comes with a backpack, and I have no idea what the hell it's supposed to be, but I'm sure the Borg Queen wants it back. Yeah, this guy is king of the weird tier. Rapid fire. Rapid fire.
I give up! Because Hasbro sure as hell did.
What is this? I don't even... Super Trooper, whose body is used here, was already pretty out there, but rapid fire proves things can always get worse. Those are the ugliest colors I've ever seen on a G.I. Joe figure. Oh, by the way, he came with a VHS tape with a D-cartoon episode on it, but rapid fire never appeared in the cartoon, so I don't know why the hell he's even here. Congratulations, buddy! You have the honor of going into the actual worst tier. Next is Red Star, and finally some normalcy returns to the list. He looks fine, and has the best spring-loaded missile launcher in the line, by which I mean it's the only one that looks like an actual real-life weapon. He goes into the good tier. As an aside, though he is October Guard, the file card states he's Ukrainian.
So I'm guessing he has switched sides by now.
Supersonic Fighter Rock and Roll shows the perfect way to ruin a perfectly fine figure, the 1989 version, by giving it awful colors. Yeah, ugly side of the bad tier. And yet another makeover character is Sci-Fi, and honestly this version is way toned down compared to the original, but I can dig it. Yeah, the essence is still there, but he looks almost normal. I'll put him into the good tier.
And speaking of makeovers,
I think we have the ultimate one here with Snake Eyes, from dark and brooding to quite colorful. I have to admit, this shift bothered me for a long time, but over the years it has grown on me, so I'll put him into the good tier. Well, we had the only British guy, so now meet the only Australian, Skymate. And yes, of course, he came with a boomerang. Okay, now, just look at this figure.
once again, do I really need to say anything?
I mean, weird tier, obviously. Next is Tracker, and this guy looks like a jogger. Like you could meet somebody dressed like this on your morning run. Okay, he did come with an actual inflatable raft, which I guess is cool, but it won't save the figure from the bland tier.
And lastly,
Zep, Supersonic Fighter version. You know what this guy kinda reminds me of? Jesse Ventura at the end of The Running Man. And his sonic pack looks like it belongs in Star Wars, making annoying beeping noises as it's used for cover. So yeah, sci-fi B-movie Zep here goes into the weird tier. And those were all the Joes.
well, not quite. There is one more, but they're barely worth mentioning.
It's Lifeline version 3, who was a mail-in figure available through Rice Krispies. And it's nearly identical to version 1, except he's got different legs, so why bother ranking it again? Okay, fine, for completeness sake, he goes into the good tier just like version 1.
Well, we've seen the good guys, now let's get to the bad guys.
And we're not off to a great start with the Bat version 2. Those colors are a crime against good taste and destroy what would have been a great figure. And we can prove that because it was released in more traditional Bat colors in 2003. This one though, yeah, ugly side of the bad and ugly tier. Next is Cesspool, whose concept is as weird as the figure itself, so I'm not gonna waste my breath and I'll just put it into the weird tier.
The Joes weren't the only ones getting updated looks in 1991.
And Cobra Commanders is the most baffling one. Did he raid Serpentor's closet? Talk about gaudy. Also, he's buff now.
Cobra Commander should not be buff.
Worst Cobra Commander ever, so worst tier it is. And we go from the bottom of the barrel to the top of the line with the Crimson Guard Immortal. I think it was smart they didn't make this a Crimson Guard version 3, but let it be its own thing. And the figure looks great. Like his spiritual predecessor, he goes into the best tier. The Desert Scorpion is pretty neat and it comes with the giant scorpion. Okay, I may have given Dusty too much crap regarding his choice of pet. Still, disregarding that, the figure looks good, and it was about time Cobra got a Desert Trooper, so he goes to the top of the good tier. The Incinerator is what last year's Lampreys should have been, a flamethrower soldier. He also comes with a ridiculous looking flame catapult that seems like a headache to move around and set up, both as a toy and in reality, but I'll still put the figure into the good tier.
This next one may be a bit controversial.
The Interrogator has his detractors, mostly because the helmet is pretty stupid, but I absolutely love this figure. Though I admit I use it as a trooper, so I army build with it. But hey, this is my list, so I'm putting him in the best tier. Major Blood is the first Cobra supersonic fighter, and has the only backpack I really like, as it's a jetpack. Except, wait, so why the hell didn't they make Hawk a sonic fighter and give him that? Anyway, Blood is pretty good, so he goes into the good tier. Night Vulture is an edge case. I really don't like the orange on him, but at least it's not neon, and it doesn't completely ruin the figure, so he gets to go into the good tier.
But just barely.
Oh god, Supersonic Fighter Road Pig. Why is he orange? Why is his skin orange?
Why in the name of Serpentor's hemorrhoids is he orange?
I want to go to whatever insane asylum the toy designer must be in right now and demand answers. Now, this may shock and surprise you, but I'm putting him in the worst tier. The Sky Creeper has potential. It's a decent mold, but those colors are just blech. So he goes into the ugly side of the bad and ugly tier.
Hey, did you see my Badger review last week where I made a custom one to improve it?
Well, here's what I did to a Sky Creeper. Looks better, doesn't it? I haven't changed my mind on the Snow Serpent version too, so like with the Arctic ranking, he goes into the good tier.
And now we come to the last two figures, both related to Eco Warriors.
First is the Sludge Viper, another mold that had potential but got a rough deal with the color scheme. So it's another one for the ugly tier. Hasbro improved this one themselves by using the mold for the Sub Viper. And lastly, the Toxo Viper version 2. Yeah, I like it. Good tier.
Okay, that is a bit anticlimactic.
I dig the insect look of the helmet and the whole figure. And this is yet another reimagining of an older character.
Man, there were a lot of those in 1991.
The real downside that I haven't factored in for the whole Eco Warrior subline is the dumb watercolor change gimmick that can permanently mark the figures. For my own sanity and the sake of the list, I've just ignored that, but yeah, that is annoying.
And that was the list.
All 1991 G.I.Joe figures ranked. All 37 of them.
Now go complain about it in the comments below.
1992 has about the same amount of figures, so that'll be fun when we get to it.
Well, I'll see you next time, everybody. And hey, why not like, share, and subscribe if that's your thing?